Yo, what is up? How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Let's get into what we're gonna learn today straight away. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Today I'm going to be teaching you 3 visual rubber band magic tricks. That's right, you're going to learn 3 tricks that you can go out and perform straight away to anybody you want in their face. Bam! These rubber band tricks are basically in every magician's repertoire, and they are really easy to do, very, very simple. If you're not good at shuffling cards, or you're still trying to get the hang of not looking, you know, completely retarded with a deck of cards, well, this is where you want to start. You want to start with rubber bands because nothing is easier, simple, and more organic when you're just like, look, these are rubber bands. They're easy to examine. You can quickly tell if a rubber band's been tampered with. It either snaps or it doesn't. So without further ado, let's get into the 3 rubber band tricks. Whoa, what am I doing? It's like my new gang sign. Let's go. All right, the first effect of the 3 is actually the first rubber band trick that I've ever learned, and this is a very simple trick, but probably one of the most visually impossible rubber band tricks. And it basically looks like this, where you wrap that rubber band there, you lock it in with this hand over here. So obviously every side is locked in. That's completely locked in. There's no way it's getting out of there, but if I just give it a shake, it jumps over. And I can have it jump back and forth and back and forth. So, very, very simple. First of all, you're gonna wanna take a rubber band. Use any rubber band, mostly the ones that are like, that, you know, look like this one. So you're gonna wanna take it, stretch it out a bit so it doesn't snap on you, and wrap it around twice around your index and middle finger, okay? Once that's done, you're gonna take the other rubber band. I use a different color because I don't want them thinking they're exchanging or anything, that it really is the red one jumping from this side to this side. So, you're gonna wanna take the blue one, wrap it around your index, give it a twist, middle finger, twist, ring finger, and twist. So now, we've successfully locked that in. And to anybody looking at this, that is impossible for that to end up there. I mean, let's face it. But here's what's actually going to happen. This here is going to basically jump around and land like that. And that's the illusion. Now, if I had another loop here on my thumb, yeah, that wouldn't work so well, as you can see. But here, that's just enough for it to create that illusion. So, how do we get it to jump from here to here and back? Well, the answer is in the setup. So, as you're setting this up, you're going to show them, look, and that really is on there. As I turn my hand back, and I'll give you the exposed view, I'm going to close my fist into that, okay? So I'm here, I'm gonna close my fist into that. So now, you're in this position, and watch what happens when I open my hand. Ready? It jumps over there, almost inexplicably. All right, now once you're in this position, it's clearly jumped over here. You're just basically going to do the same thing again. You're gonna show them, look, that really is there. As I'm here, I'm going to curl my hand in so my pinky, ring finger, middle finger, and index are in this position, ready for it to pop out. Now, here's a little bit of a subtlety. If I open my hand, it jumps over, right? But there's kind of a weird action in opening your hand. So what I like to do, this is something that you could do if you like, a little bit of a subtlety, is you close your hand here. You're just gonna pop your hand open for a second and then close it again. And boom. And it's almost like I did something lightning fast, right? But if I just open, they're kind of like, okay, there's some physics involved. But here, if I just kind of boom, like bam, 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 make it bam, 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 make it jump back and forth, like here, boom. See that? If you can get away with that quickly, it'll start to look like it literally just jumped over, right? And that's what you want it to look like. So that's the first trick. Trick number 2 is a little bit more tricky, no pun intended. This is otherwise known as the Crazy Man Handcuffs, and I believe the originator of this is Michael Amar. And this is something, because I've seen this literally thousands of times on YouTube being taught. This is something that I perform in my magic stand-up repertoire because I think it's just so strong and it leaves them with a really powerful image and a very strong memory attached to it. It has been taught thousands of times, and I kind of want to do it justice on my channel and give you guys, you know, the crediting. If you're a fan of Michael Amar, he is one of the greatest inventors. You can check all his work out. I might leave a link below on maybe one of his books that you can check out. Michael Amar is an absolute beast. So, here you go. Boom. You got this over here, and you got this over here. Again, I like to use 2 different color rubber bands, just so it's very, very clear what's happening. Contrasting rubber bands, red and blue. I'll actually leave a link below where you guys can buy rubber bands, because these are special rubber bands that are sort of meant for magic, and they've been like oiled and greased down and stuff, but anyways, they're not expensive, and I'll leave you a link. So this is the illusion. As I'm here, the illusion is that it's caught here, it can't get out, there's no way that can get out, but if I just give it a little bit of a rub, like this, that's what she said, pops right out. So how that works, there's a little bit of a sleight of hand move happening. Now this is a little bit more tricky. So you want to start off in this position to clearly show the spectator that, hey, these are intertwined. And this is what I usually say. There's no way I can get out of here. If I go this way, I'm stuck. If I go this way, I'm stuck. If I come back here and this is where I do the move, I'm stuck. So I'm going to try to get out. Now I'm already out. I'm already out at this point. So I'm way ahead. And that's an important thing as well. You want to get out before they realize you're out, right? Here's the move, basically. You're here. As you come to show that this is stretched, so my fingers are all touching at this point, just like they were before. I'm like, oh, this is... So my fingers are touching. Your middle finger is going to pinch your index, okay? Your index is going to slip out of that. Your middle finger is going to take its place, okay? And then your index is going to come into this loop. And letting go of this middle finger frees the whole thing, okay? So the way that works again is all about momentum and timing and flow. So if I go here and I go like this, right, that's not gonna look too good. So what I like doing is I'm here, again, you pinch, the index comes here, right? So you're in this position. I go close, so it looks like I'm still attached, and you know, rub, go back here, go back here. I wanna get away from that moment as far as possible, and then start rubbing slowly. And if you tug down, if you pull down, the friction of the rubber bands will make it look like it kind of like jumped through, right? So if you're here, and it gives it kind of like a little bounce, right? And that kind of looks like it jumps through. So again, I say it's not coming out, it's not coming out, and I come back. This is where it happens. Middle finger switches. This comes in here. I'm here and I'm already out. You can also do this and be like, oh, look, it's all an illusion. Right? And that gives it kind of like a depth illusion. That's cool as well. So in real time, it should look like this. These rubber bands are completely linked. There's no way I can get them out of here, even if I just rub on them. Actually, maybe if I do this here, I can... Boom, just like that. So after you perform that, people say, can you do that again? That's usually the response I get. So I say, hold your fingers out like this. All right. You're going to place the rubber band on their finger and you're going to tell them, close your fingers. So now they're holding the rubber band in, basically, in this position. Okay? You're going to perform the exact same thing, but on them. So you're going to take it and you're going to go on them and do the same thing. And now, because you're doing it so cleanly, they're like, well, that's impossible. You did it on with me. And they get to check out the rubber bands and everything. So enjoy that, the Crazy Man Handcuffs. Practice that one, because that one's probably gonna be something you're gonna do for the rest of your life. Next trick. The last one, I believe, I'm not sure if it's Martin Gardner, but this is a classic effect and a very simple effect. You're gonna take a rubber band, you're gonna snap it. You're gonna borrow a ring or use your own ring. I like to do, because I do a lot of ring routines sort of in my stand-up walk around set. So if I start doing rubber bands and rings, it's just natural. I have 2 or 3 effects that I'll do with a rubber band and a ring, this being one of them. This is kind of cool. So you take the rubber band. Now, if you want to make them think this is a string, I think the illusion could be even stronger. But not necessary. I've performed it many times and it doesn't really matter. It still gets a great effect. And some people are like, oh, I know that trick. And I just kind of wink at them and be like, all right, shut up, dickhead. So you want to take this rubber band and you want to place it in your hand, kind of like a snake in a basket, okay? You don't want it protruding out here. And there's a reason for that. You take the ring here, you're gonna grab, and this is all done, this isn't done in front of the spectator's nose. This is sort of, hey, let me borrow a ring, I'm already here, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to take this ring and see if it can climb up, and now, up it goes, and people usually freak out at that point. All you're doing is you're relying on some friction, some physics, and some gravity here. Once this is curled up in your hand and you have this side here, so you're talking, boom, they don't see you stretch it. You don't want them to look at you stretching this. You just kind of take it, you're like, okay, we're gonna try this. Now I'm pinching very hard here, okay? The angle is ever so slight, maybe a 45 degree. I'm gonna start letting go of this pinched part over here. And naturally, the friction is gonna carry up the ring. Now it looks like the ring's traveling by itself. It's very important that this hand doesn't keep stretching, right? Doesn't move at all. The only thing moving is you letting go of that rubber band. Now it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna let go and it's gonna start to slop like this. So before it gets to that point, you wanna be able to like drop it out. So one more time, borrow a ring. You say, okay, we're gonna try something here. Let's see if I can do this. Come on. Come on, ringy, ringy, ringy. Boom, boom, boom. It's going up, and now I'm at the point where it's starting to get loose. So I'm just gonna open my hand here and drop the ring into my hand, handing that back out, and you're all done. Thanks so much for tuning in, and remember guys, first of all, number one, rule numero uno is practice. Practice makes perfect, practice avoids flashing, and with practice, people will really believe what you're doing is real for a split second. So you might want to give it some practice. Also, if you're not subbed to this channel, if you're not subscribed and you're just passing through watching this video, thank you for watching, but you might want to subscribe because we got a lot more on the way on this channel right now. So if you're looking for more magic tricks or performances or any type of insight or just fun videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the dog. No, don't hit the dog. But do leave a comment if you want to leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and how you're coming along. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you again for tuning in. Chris Ramsay out. Oh, I'm never going to say that again. That's the worst thing. Chris Ramsay out. Chris Ramsay out. Bye. Rah.